Hi guys, welcome in. Sorry, kind of late. Actually, I guess I'm very late today. I'm like 3.5 hours late. Yeah. And then I was late even more just now when the timer ran out and I still wasn't here. I was reading the feedback for the skill tree beta. And our stupid companion is a huge pain in the butt. But good thing he's been yeeted. We got rid of him today, or yesterday. So, today we're going to work on the tank stuff, and then maybe if we have time, we've only got about 2 hours or so to stream because I have to go get Abby from school today. Yeah, then we might dive into chaos tree stuff. Who knows? Yeah, I'm late because I stayed up too late last night and slept in this morning. Yeah, I was up late last night because I was working on putting together a very rudimentary design doc for a new game. So, yeah, that's a problem. I know we have Seeking Adventure to finish, we obviously have Swords of Magic to finish, but I can't help myself, you know? It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, so let's open up our tank tree, or sorry, our warrior tree. My brain's kind of everywhere today. Can you play this game I made? It's a King Von themed one. It's on browser. I can send a link. Nah. I don't know what King Von is. But I also don't like. I don't know. I got stuff to do today. I don't want to just play random games. Sorry. God, I sound like such a dick. I'm trying really hard not to sound like a jerk. I'm not like upset or anything, or like trying to be rude. I just don't. I'm not interested in testing someone's games today. I guess that sounds even worse. Add PoE skill trees, please. Right. Nope. I'm now back on the let's just get Swords of Magic finished and out the door as fast as possible because it's been way too long, and it's time to put it to bed. You know, like this thing has been going for way too long. I don't want to work on this the rest of my life. So from here, from this moment at least until for the foreseeable future, the goal is let's just get it done. I'm gonna try my best not to like refactor things or like add new things and stuff like that if I can get away with it. Obviously we'll be adding new things, but like I'm not gonna like feature creep anymore as far as like if I can help it. I definitely do go through phases where I get really excited about the game and I just want to feature creep, and like if that happens again, then sure, that's fine. But right now, I'm shutting down all feature creep right now. For now, anyway. Okay, we have taunt, which it's just a very simple passive that just increases how much threat you gain, which I think is necessary. I don't think there's much we can do about it. And then this one is resolve, and I think this is the one where you get more stamina and resilience when there's enemies nearby, and I just sort of feel like, I don't know, you guys were saying that like we need more on the warrior tree, but like we have 2 more abilities that will eventually be coming, and I don't know what else to do for you. Like, what's I don't know. I hadn't, like, I know everyone was complaining about this. Maybe not everyone was, but so in my head I was like, yeah, it's probably too weak. We need to like buff it up, but like I don't think so. So we have taunt, successful blocks with a shield, grant taunt for 5 seconds. Generating double threat from attacking and blocking. Yeah, I don't see what the problem with this is. Like, if you're going to be a tank, you're going to have a shield out and you should be blocking attacks, right? I think it's fine. You block an attack and then you do a bunch of damage, and then you block an attack, you do a bunch of damage. Like, you're generating way more threat that way. I think that's great. Then we have resolve, gain +1 vitality, +1 resilience for each enemy nearby. Yeah, like now we're promoting we're incentivizing players being tanks by taking up like posting up in front of a bunch of enemies. I think that's fine. That feels very tanky to me. Like, I think what people are upset about is there's not a lot of active things other than just blocking. I don't really know what else to do. What's next on the... We have Barbarian and then Battle Cry. When dealing damage with a 2-handed melee weapon, you have a 25% chance to apply a cripple effect. Okay, what if we made this not 2-handed weapons? We made it work for all melee weapons. But what if the trick was it was a 25% chance for 2-handed weapons and a 5% chance for 1-handed weapons? Maybe we even go lower than that. Maybe we do like 15% and like 2%. 5 is 1 in 20 hits. My worry is, like, whenever I think about this kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea for a warrior with a shield, but it's not a great idea for a rogue with 2 daggers attacking extremely fast. Right? I don't know. Maybe we leave it alone for now. I think that we kind of already have a situation where like melee players are already taking like every single skill and then just becoming super overpowered, which is fine. So I think maybe we just leave it alone for now. Maybe it's good. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think people are kind of crazy. I think it's fine. Battlecry is good, but like really overpowered for rogues, but like who cares? Do we have War Torn in yet? No, we have Enraged though. What's War Torn again? While below 50% health, you gain 50%. That's not gonna work. We just need to look at how resilience is applied. I think it's in here. This is our weapon damage. Somewhere in here, I think. Called when a player deals damage. Attack power, bonus damage. This is not it. This needs to be, I think it's AI damage. Get a note on this. Oh, this only gets called when AI does damage to a player, not each other. Great. Attack power, crit, heal before defensive. Shield. Or bubble shield. Thorn damage. Target defense. This is it. Defense power calculation. We're using the resilience curve. Okay. We take our defense power, which is our resilience. We subtract 1 from it. Find that curve, we multiply damage in by that, and then we reduce that much damage. Is that right? I think we're not supposed to subtract that damage. I think we're just supposed to multiply it. I think this curve goes up to 80%. So if we multiply, let's say we do 10 damage or 100 damage, we times it by 80%, that means we're doing 80 damage, right? 100 times 0.8, 80. Yep. Okay. But if we take 80 or 100 minus 80, that means this is the problem. We're doing 20 damage. We should not be multiplying this or subtracting this. We should just be plugging this straight in. Whoops. Our resilience was way too strong. Whoops. No, wait. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Right? Yeah, no, because if you're taking 80% damage, if you're reducing damage by 80%, you should be taking 20 damage. That's right. Okay, no, that's right. So what's going on here then? How come we're getting situations where we are... It should be clamped, right? This is clamped, obviously. Maybe this number is wrong. Maybe our resilience is coming in weird. So what is this? We're putting in like. Maybe not. Let's play with our resilience numbers. Let's just hit play. We'll just take some damage, and we'll just tweak our resilience numbers and see what they look like. In fact, we can even print them. Should print them. I guess we can breakpoint. Anyway, how's everybody's Thursday going? Do anything fun today? You know, working on anything fun today? Got a bunch of bugs fixed. Did some polish. Nice. That's good. How close are you guys? And what day is Next Fest? I need to get you that art done like this week. Pretty sure. 13th. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give myself a hard deadline for like the 5th, which is, what day is the 5th? Sunday? Yeah, maybe Monday. I think I'll get it to you by Monday at the latest. That way I can finish up this weekend. And I'll keep sending you updates along the way too. I'm planning on spending next week to make a nice trailer, getting gifts for the Steam page. Okay, cool. So then if you're doing that next week, then I will make sure I get the updated logo that I was working on. If you guys want to use that, then I'll get that like polished up and sent over. I want to add some more stuff to it. Like I think it needs more of the metal pieces, and like I'm thinking about adding some like floating islands or something maybe, or like something like that on the ascent part. Maybe some clouds around it, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a couple variations for you so you can play around with it. You're getting an ad in 30 seconds. During that ad, I'm just gonna be playing with these resilience numbers, just a heads up. It's actually, I'm gonna stop this and put a print string in real quick. Okay, so we're gonna do an append here. We're gonna print a bunch of different things. We're gonna say raw stat. Damage in. This isn't working. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do oh, that won't work either. Okay, so here's our raw stat right here. Damage in is here, and then our final damage out goes here. Yeah, kind of a mess, but it's fine. Let's make this yellow so we can see it easy, and then let's put it on the screen for 4 seconds. That should give us time to look at it. Oh, we're not getting that the curve value is. That's fine. We can add another one if we need it, or change it up. Make some marketing posts. Nice. Yeah, then I will make sure this weekend I'll get you the stuff, the work that I'll finish it up this weekend. I've just kind of been like playing with it when I have time, but I will actually like dedicate time to it for real this week. Okay, so let's go show stats. Resilience is 10. Perfect. Let's go see what our damage numbers look like right now. Okay, so full screen, I guess. Okay, yellow is a bad choice. Raw stat is 0. Damage in 4. Damage out 4. 5, 5. Yep. Okay, that's what we expected. Let's fly up a little bit. Let's give, oh, whoops, this is giving, damn it. I forgot I set that to give 10 at a time because I was testing things. Let's go to 12, I guess. Oh, we're hanging. Here comes. Oh, you're on an break already. Missed it. Anyway, Aaron, I know we talked about working on a little game together. And then I don't know, I've been on this like MMO idea kick for the last like 24 hours thinking about it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really leaning into the idea a little bit. I've been talking with Mike, who used to work on Doors Magic with us for a little bit, and his like primary project is this thing called Redwood, which is basically an MMO framework, like a backend for like the server side of things, which takes a lot of effort and work out of the initial like MMO setup stuff. Like it kind of like cuts out like probably hundreds of hours of work and a lot of headache and a lot of complexity. So that's one of the things that is the scariest part about an MMO. And then also like the next part is just going to be a ton of like work. Let's see, sorry, we did 5 damage in, 5 damage out. Why is that? I don't know why we're printing 2 times here. Okay, but we got raw stat is 103. I didn't do an enter, I guess, for that one. And then damage in is 3, damage out is 2.67. So that's working. Oh, I was like, how did he die? But it's because I have thorns. That's pretty funny. Okay, so that's with 13 resilience. We're taking a little less damage, but it's not like super crazy. Let's go all the way up to, we'll try 17, I guess. All right. Now we're at 1.07, so we should be taking, that should be 7% damage reduction, which does not look right. We're taking 5 damage, and we're only actually taking, oh no, that's right, 3.8. No, wait, is that right? .07 seems kind of high. Okay, we're gonna close this. We're gonna go back into here, and this time I want to know. I'm fine with damage out, but I want to see the raw stat. I want to see the damage reduction, which comes from here. And let's make this blue so we can see it better. Okay, try again. I'd be down to work on an MMO, but I feel like that's not a great scope for a quick project. It's absolutely not. Nope, I've actually already, yeah, I don't know. I'm I might be a little too invested in this already. I already reached out to Moz, and he's in, I think. And I've been talking to someone else. Who I think is very interested, but I want to like run the game idea past them first because they don't play WoW. They weren't really into WoW, so I feel like that might not be their favorite project to work on, right? If they don't like WoW, because it's a lot of it's like very, very much WoW focused, WoW inspired. Okay, now we're looking at damage reduction is actually 0.23. So at 17 resilience, we're reducing 23%. That's really good. Right, we're taking 2.2 damage. I mean, we're doing, you know, the crab's doing like not much damage at all. Why is he only doing 3 damage now, though? He was doing 5 before. There's 5. Okay. Let's turn up a little more. Let's go to 22, I guess. That's pretty high. 22 is going to be pretty, like, mid to, like, later game, kind of. Now we're looking at 3.8. Yeah, so that's so at 22 we're at 38% reduction. I guess that's 1.8. I guess that makes sense. Three times 0.38. And then minus 3 is 1.8 damage. I think that was right. I mean, I don't see how the math could possibly be wrong, but oh wait, hold on. All right, let's turn up even more. Let's go all the way to 30 this time. I want to find where our like 80% is at. Okay, now we're at 0.56 at 30. Even that's not crazy. What do we got at 40? At 40, we're at 73% damage reduction. We're taking only 26-ish, 26, 27% of the damage. We're going from 3 damage to 0.8. That sounds right to me. I should still be taking damage. It probably just gives me 1 damage, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm just taking 1 damage. Because it does have to do a minimum 1. Which I think is fine. I don't think you should be taking 0 damage. Maybe we should, I don't know. But yeah, MMO definitely not a quick project. This would definitely be a long-term thing. This would be like probably like several years, right? Like it'd have to be. I don't know. So I had this idea for the survival like crafting game with the like woodland creatures, whatever. And I still love the idea. I know it would take like 2 or 3 years probably to like get it finished up because I had like big ambitions for like really solid animations and like solid like combat and everything. And like the more I think about it, like the more I just think like it's gonna be so much work. And I'm a little scared that like I wouldn't want to, I mean, that would be a perfect game to release in early access, but I'm afraid of releasing early access now. And I don't know if I really want to do that again unless we have like really, really, really big numbers and like support going into it. So I'm kind of like not super sold on that. But I am kind of the opinion that like I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry. My brain is just like jumping everywhere right now. I have no focus today. Yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I think like it's just going to be a whole lot of work to make that game to the like level that I want it to be, and I don't know if I have like the motivation for that game to like do a long-term like multi-year project before we launch it. I don't know. I think it would do well. I really do think there's like space for it. But I just don't know if that's what I want to move to next. You know, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. That's why you need a small project. Well, that's the thing is like I have a small project already that I can have like 60% finished, and I have not touched it. I really need to finish up Seeking Adventure. I'm down for like a game jam kind of thing or something. Maybe something small. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just kind of like I feel like I've been working on this game for so long that I'm like so ready to be done with it, and I want to work on something new and exciting. And when we did Seeking Adventure, it was kind of exciting and new, but it's like it's small, so it's like not as like grand, and as like it's also like not quite my cup of tea, you know, as far as like games that I would like sit down and play for longer term, or like even just finish, you know. Like I would definitely play Seeking Adventure, but it's not the type of game that I would like. I don't know. I don't think I would just be like, oh my god, I have to have this game right now. And I want to get all my friends playing with me. And I know it's crazy. I know I shouldn't be like thinking like this, but like, I don't know. I think just playing WoW again and like it's like recaptured that like spark that I had when I was a teenager, and like the reason I wanted to make games in the first place. And I think it's just sort of like a weird like calling for me. And I don't know. I know it's in my head. I know it's like crazy to want to make an MMO. Like I know that that's like the biggest like red flag. Like, don't make MMO, like you'll never finish it, you'll never, like it's never gonna make money, and that's fine with me. Like I don't really care about making money at this point. I would like Swords and Magic to make a little more money, I guess, so I can focus on it, but I don't know, I'm also very bored of it, so I'm ready to move on with something else. So anyway, yeah, I'm like, I'm okay with like working on a couple smaller projects here and there. My problem is like, it's got to be something that really like captures me, I guess, because I don't know. Like I think Seeking Adventure kind of like, it was a novel idea, and we are planning on finishing it still. I'm still gonna finish it. I just have to actually sit down and do it, which means I got to finish up these skill trees so I can move on and take a break. I worked on an MMO EMU. I don't know what EMU is. Project for a couple of years. Made me realize how much I wanted to work on something like that. Yeah. Emulator. Got it. Yeah. I don't know, man. There's so much like, there's so much to it. The weird thing is like, the more I think about it, like when I sit, like I'm playing WoW, right? And I'm just like thinking about like, what would it take to like build this? And I'm thinking about like all these little aspects, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot here, right? There's a lot. But then like, the more I think about like classic WoW, like other than the fact that there's like a lot of zones, right? And a lot of like items and a lot of art and a lot of monsters and animations like that, which is like whatever. Like most of like the systems and things like that, and like most of like the, I don't know, like just like most of the game, I've kind of like done, you know, like Swords and Magic really was designed around like the idea of an MMO. Like it was very much, it is very much like a tiny MMO for you and your friends. So I feel like it was a really good like learning curve to get to that point where like I honestly do feel like I could tackle an MMO. And I think I've learned a lot with Swords and Magic about how not to build a game that like balloons that is like in scope. And also I think I learned a lot of lessons about how to handle systems and like systems and features in a way that is like scalable. Like when we first started Swords Magic, it was a whole lot of like, it'll be cool if there's like this, you know, like big ice crystal that like blocks the chest and you can do like damage to it, and with like a fire staff, and it like melts the things and you get the open the chest or whatever. And that was really cool, but then we never used that anywhere else, right? So it was like, it was just like a bunch of wasted like dev time for one cool feature that we never used anywhere else. And then we moved on to something else, and it was like, oh, it'd be cool if we added this cool feature and did this thing. Like, let's build a mail system where we can send mail to players. Let's build this. Like, we built a whole lot of cool systems, but then we barely utilized any of them going forward because we were too excited about building new systems and features. And then we never really like use those things. So the goal of Bone Reach, first of all, is just to utilize all those old systems in similar ways or creative ways to like actually get the zone done much faster, and not build any new systems. If I can help it. There are a couple things I would like to like add in, but I don't think we should. But I think I don't know. I do feel like I've learned a lot of lessons with Swords and Magic. There's a lot of like stuff I have to go back through and like refactor and fix up, but I feel like I won't make those mistakes again, or at least I'll do my best not to. So I don't know. Seems like the challenge, especially with Unreal, would be in the server networking to support a large number of players. Suppose it depends on the scale you're going for. Yeah. Ideally, you build something that can scale, right? Like, I wouldn't go into building an MMO with, like, I'm not going to go into building an MMO thinking this is a WoW killer. You're right. I'm not delusional, you know. I know that it's very unlikely that I would build an MMO that would get much more traction than Swords and Magic has, right? Like, that's kind of my goal, is like, if we can get the amount of players that we have in Swords and Magic playing like pretty consistently, then that's good enough for me. It does mean that a lot of the features that I would like to have in an MMO like probably aren't going to happen, but honestly, it's probably not a big deal, you know. Then again, MMOs do bring in a lot more attention than like an open world RPG would, you know. So maybe, especially because like it does seem like the MMO world is kind of like has been in a drought for a long time, and the only like saving grace I think right now players are banking on is like Ashes of Creation. And I'm not like, again, I'm not expecting like to steal a bunch of players from like World of Warcraft or something like that. I don't think that's gonna happen. I kind of like the idea that there's this like desire for like more old school MMOs that like are more relaxed leveling experiences that are more of a grind, that are more social like oriented. Like I can't tell you how many times in like I'm playing hardcore WoW classic right now, and I absolutely love it because whenever there's a challenge, I get on like general chat and ask for help, or there's like players nearby, and I'm like walk up and ask them. Like it's so nice playing a game, especially because I've been playing retail for a while. I have a level 80 in retail. I just leveled up the last few weeks or last couple months. And like there's just never any like sort of social aspect to it, you know. I think the majority of players playing MMOs like don't understand how social they used to be, and I kind of want to just bring that back. And I don't plan on, again, I'm not delusional. I understand it's totally different. It's different when it feels like there are actually people around. Exactly. Anyway, yeah, as far as the server structure and things like that, server architecture and things like that goes, I think the plan right now is to use Redwood, which is a good friend of mine has built it actually and has been working hard on it for a long time. And I think it's going to handle a lot of the heavy lifting for us, so we don't have to like worry about that as much. I'm sure there's still going to be a lot of like custom features we want to build on it for whatever we want to make, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to just like build some lore and like start doing some level design and like craft a cool like world. And like the goal is more horizontal progression, not vertical, so I don't think it'll be as daunting as like keeping up with like expansions and stuff, because honestly, like obviously we're going to be doing updates and stuff if we want, if it starts taking off, to keep people playing, and that's fine, because if people are playing, then we're going to want to work on it anyway. That's how Swords of Magic has always been. Whenever a bunch of people start playing Swords of Magic and I see people stream it or like make YouTube videos, then I get really motivated to work on it. So that's how I function as a game dev anyway. So I think my problem with Swords of Magic lately and Seeking Adventure is just that like without seeing anyone play it, it feels like I'm just developing for the void, you know, like I'm just making a game that no one's going to play. So yeah, and if no one's playing the MMO I make, then I won't feel the need to keep working on it. So I'll just be like, cool, I made a thing, and then I'll move on, you know. Like the idea is like kind of build it in a way that like it feels kind of finished at any point, hopefully. So I don't have to like keep working on it to finish it. And even if I don't, even if it isn't finished, if no one's playing it, then it doesn't matter. So sorry. Anyway, really on a raid, or really on a tangent here. Redwood looks interesting. Yeah, it he also has like an extremely generous pricing model, I think. I assume he's probably going to want to raise that if and when it starts taking off and getting more popular. For like new, not existing clients, but like new clients, I assume. But we'll see. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him about that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And because I know him personally and he's worked on Swords of Magic with me and stuff for a while, like I do think that he would be really useful to like be able to ask questions and help with things if I need help with stuff. So anyway, but yeah, I've been last couple days I've been thinking a lot about how to handle the different things with just like art style and like lore and like how I want to handle like this basic structure of the game world and stuff. Would Redwood work for an MMO? Yeah, it's built for MMO. It's literally like that's what it's made for. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of excited about. I was really excited about announcing like the mouse game, the mouse survival game, and I probably still would be if I just decided that that's what I want to work on. But I don't know. I've just been like kind of itching to like move on from Swords of Magic and call it done, and then just say like, hey, I'm working on this new thing, and just get like excited about the design process and like building a community around it and everything again. Another thing is like I just think that the way old school RuneScape is doing it with like community polls and like really listening to their audience and like only building things onto like old school RuneScape that like contribute to the game, you know, to the existing game and existing feel of the game instead of vertically like raising it, I just think is like a really good way to go about it. And that's exactly how I would build an MMO, because like that's how I built Swords of Magic too, you know. And I think Swords of Magic has come a long way because of the community. Lots of good community feedback that I've taken and updated the game because of. I can't tell you how many times we've like released an update or something and someone has like left a negative review, or like just left a review, or even just commented on something and been like, oh man, I don't like this new thing in this update because of this thing, and then within like 48 hours like fix it and it's like gets patched, you know. And we can't do that for everything obviously, but like I love being able to do that, and I love how like I love like taking that feedback and like implementing it so people like have the best experience we can give them, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I think this resilience thing is working correctly. I don't understand why, like, some people were saying they were like just taking 1 damage from everything. In fact, let me go back and look at, remember where that was. Full resilience does practically the same, except it does do nothing. Should just ping this person. Somewhere back here they were talking about resilience. Let's just search for it, I guess. Okay, here it is. They're taking 1 damage from Malachor and Birdaxe. So they had 8 resilience from their drink. And let's see, 51. Okay, so they had 51 resilience. How the hell do we have 51 resilience? So let's say, okay, so let's say we do have 51 resilience. That's definitely, let's see, 51 is definitely, oh, actually, I don't even know. We have to test it, I guess, to see what that's at. Okay. Sure, we'll do 51 exactly. Okay, 51 resilience. Let's take some damage. Oh, 0.84. How are we not clamping there? Do raw stat. Raw stat, and then let's look at percentage. this would be the raw stat. Percentage would be here. Damage in and then damage out. Make this one green. Let's set these both to like 15 seconds so we don't have to keep screen printing. Okay, so yeah, that's good. And then we're just gonna do 50 for now. I think that's true for me. Yeah, we're looking at 81% for some reason. Oh no, that's 0.81 damage. Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're still at 83%. So 0.4 is the raw stat, and the percentage is 0.83. Doesn't make any sense. How are we possibly getting... Oh. Our value is 0.95. That's why. So yeah, 95% damage reduction. Okay, let's change this to 0.8. I want to like convert this, man. I hate how this works. I should take a screenshot this time because I want to know what that raw stat was and I closed it already. Okay, let's see what the raw stats are at point. Let's see what they are at. Well, we know they're a 0 at 0, right? The raw stat was 0, yeah, and then at 50, what are they? Raw stat is 0.4 at 50, so it's actually technically 1.4. So how does that even work? I don't even know. I don't know how that converts, but 0.4. That's here. So that should be at 0.76 resilience, but well, this is not. Let's go. Let's turn. We have like a snapping turn on. I want to make sure this like feels impactful in the beginning, but then tapers off. Yeah, okay, so 0.4, we should be at like 0.68, so like almost a 70% resilience. So you should only be taking 70% damage there. But that's kind of crazy. That's at 0.4, so you can go even more. Like, you can go all the way up to 0.8, which is 100. Right? If we double that stat, it'd be 100, which would be 80%. We'll see. Yeah, 0.68, exactly what we want it to be. Let's go all the way to 100. Yep, there we go. So that gives us 0.9, and then we have 0.8. 0.9? So that's even higher though. So it wasn't 100. So we clamp out around 80. 80 or 90 or so, I think we clamp out. I almost want to do less than that. Okay. We need to spawn. Let's spawn some golems in. I want to test this on some big boys. Let's get rid of this slime tower. We don't need any more. You're gonna become Malachor. I actually think it's called like Golem Malachor or something. Boss Golem Malachor. And then let's remove these, add one, that one, and then set this to spawn one. Okay. The thing is, like, a lot of the mobs in the game, even bosses, like, hit for the same amount of damage. And that's because you don't really, like, this is another thing that I really regret doing early in the game. We wanted to build this game where players could just jump in, like, at any level, and just play with everyone else, right? Like, the idea was, like, I'm level 50 in everything or whatever, but my friend's just starting the game, so I can just take off my gear and go jump in with them and play. I don't have to make a new character or whatever. So that way, like, no matter where you're at in the game, you can always just play with each other. And I still like the idea of that. I don't know if we handled it super well. But the problem is that because of that, we never like made it so you ramp up in like raw stats, right? Your raw stats kind of just stay the same the whole time. I even take damage? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so I'm supposed to take 19 damage there, or 8, what was it? 15 damage, 18. Yeah, I should have taken 18 damage, and I'm actually taking 5. It's a lot of resilience, though, you know? But that's better than 1. I don't know. That just means that most enemies are gonna be doing like 2 to 3 damage, you know, to you at that much resilience. But that's also like freaking. That should be like end game resilience, you know. I mean, it's not like that guy. That guy got it. I don't remember who the tester was now, but they got the resilience, no problem. Oh, my mouse is not. At level 35, they were able to get that resilience. But yeah, you're so tanky, you can literally just stand here. What more? Here we go. Plus 15 health from that thing. Crazy. Pretty crazy. I don't know. I think it's probably fine. I think tanks are gonna have to take a ton of damage. I do wonder if it's gonna trivialize healing a little bit. I wonder if we should reduce a little more. We could reduce We could kind of just drop like everything down, just so like resilience isn't as impactful, and then scale it out further. We kind of just like squish the curve, you know? Even this, like, this spell is just like stupid. Like, I don't know. I guess I am pretty, what level am I a mystic? Level 50. Okay, well that would explain that then. Let's reduce our level. Let's go back down to something reasonable. There we go. Six damage. But still, like, I don't know, it's still pretty crazy. Yeah, that 11 heal at the end pretty much just pops me off too. And that's with how much willpower is that? Literally 11 willpower. That's too strong. Let's go look at it. How will it fare once the enemies get beefed up though? The enemies will get beefed up. That's a good call. Which is kind of why I'm not like super like jumping to change it right now. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. But the enemies, I don't think the enemies are going to be doing more damage. Because I don't, here's the thing, right? Because players' health really isn't scaling. I don't know, maybe later game enemies do need to be doing more damage. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's fine right now. How much damage does Malachor do? Does 1.9. I don't actually know if that does anything anymore. Let's change it to like 2.5 and see if we see a noticeable difference. Another thing to keep in mind is that he's like, he attacks so slow that he should hit really hard. But I think a lot of the time when you're tanking, like, yeah, you are going to be tanking like big hits. But like, I don't know, it's just hard. It's hard to balance because I'm just afraid like with this much resilience, right? I mean, right now I don't have any resilience. Let's see what happens if I just get once with no resilience. Ooh boy, 22 damage. That's a lot. Down to 7. But also, I don't know, like that's also with like a ton of stats, which is kind of the way to play. So I guess even like squishies, you know, like clothies or whatever, can still clothies. That's not a thing. That's not a thing in Swords of Magic. You know what I'm trying to say though. Even casters like without who have 0 resilience could still take a couple hits. You know. I'm gonna die. Not gonna die. And that 10 damage, like 10 health per second heals are stupid. I think we need to crunch healing down to more. But yeah, I do think that end heal right there is too much. What is that? GE Oath? Mystic Oath, I think is what it's called. Mystic something. Mystic Heal Order Mystic Oath. I think it's 5 when you change it to like 2 or something. Scale it way down. It scales based on your willpower. So let's see. We'll test it a couple more times. We'll test it at different willpower sizes too. or willpower points. I guess it does take a good chunk of mana and like is a pretty decent cast time. Let's see how much I heal for. I didn't even see. I was, whoa! That's still a thing? Oh, I bet that's my armor. Let's see if I can do it reliably. I have 12 seconds to check. Pretty reliably, yep. Yeah, that's the stone armor. I gotta fix that. Earth armor, stone armor. I should just edit these and like remove all the collisions from them probably. I thought I opened the gameplay ability. That was dumb. How did I not miss this before? Let's see. Collision, remove. Collision. Healing's pretty chunky. Yeah. I mean, I think it's because I cast it as a level 50 Mystic, which is a little overpowered. But I don't know. That's the thing, right? Is like I sort of feel like we need to crunch our healing down too, because our health doesn't really ever change much. I don't know. It's tricky. It's really hard to balance because of the way we decided to design this. It's very difficult to balance. I think it's gonna just have to. It's probably always gonna be a little wonky, you know. We'll just have to keep tweaking things as people report them, and that's like all we can do, really. Where is remove? There's okay. Sometimes having a really wide monitor is awesome, and sometimes it's not good. Okay, so hopefully we don't roll into them anymore, or knock him back when we roll into him. Okay, so what's the last thing we gotta do for these skill trees to get them out? I think it's just the chaos tree. We need to get an update out for players. want to test the healing for that one real quick. But yeah, healing circle might be a little overpowered right now still. Let's drop our mystic class back down to something reasonable, like 30. About what level we should be, we'll say 32, for when we're actually playing against this guy. Let's also unlock our shield here. I'm gonna just save my things. And then our stats, we'll leave resilience where it is for now. Let's see if we can heal without resilience. That sucks, the shield like missed. I think this healing circle might last too long. I shield right when I don't need one. Maybe the shield does need to like last until it takes damage. Maybe it just shields for the next attack. I'm also never like, it's nice healing all the time, but I'm never gonna get that like that pop from Mystic Oath, which is actually what I want to test. Oh yeah, I think shields are also still showing 1 damage when you don't take any. How cool would it be if I got a shield right here? Nope, didn't happen. I healed for 5. That's better. With 11 willpower, that's better. Let's crank our willpower up a little bit. Let's go to 40 and then see what our heal is like at the end. Just kite him around for a little bit. 5 more seconds. We're 86 health. Oh, I didn't see what it healed for. Damn it. 86. Wait, did we just go to 1? I think that might be broken. 35 health to 45. It needs to scale a little more, I think. Okay, no, 8's good. It's supposed to be a minor amount of heal or amount of health, so it's fine. Really easy though, isn't it? I feel like, I don't know. Like we have like no resilience. I just feel like it's too easy. But it's fine. It's a casual game. It's really not meant to be hard. And the shield's fine. I think the 3-second shield is fine. If you don't get hit in that time, oh, I died. If you don't get hit in that time, it is what it is. Who cares? The idea for the shield is just that you... I think all of our stats reset, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, the idea for the shield is that you just get like a 3-second shield, so when you're taking like a bunch of damage or a bunch of hits, whatever, you shield some of it, and it'll be fine. And it procs often enough that I think it's worth it. It does kind of suck that it pops out right before I get hit every single time, but there's also a shield spell that we'll eventually put in that you can use, so. And then you combine all this stuff with dodge rolls and stuff, and it's just like, who would die? Who could die in this game? I don't know. It's fine. Okay, let's go look at our... I guess we don't have one yet. This one. I think we should just mirror whatever we're doing with the Mystic Tree. Or maybe we do like a lightning zigzag kind of thing would be kind of cool. Like, it's chaos, so like it'd be kind of cool if it was like chaotic. Who'd have thought? I'm kind of tempted just to duplicate this one and just swap out the thing since it's already set up. And we just move this one over here. We already have some of this set up. I wonder how much this already actually works. Maybe we just keep it what it is right now and see what people think of it. With Undead Presence, which I think just gives you... What is Undead Presence? Let's go look at it. Mystic Undead Presence. Okay, let's start from the beginning actually. Hold on. First one is Corrupted Aura. Let's see what that does. I don't know if this is working. Casting a chaos spell triggers a corrupted aura around you for 10 seconds, causing enemies within the aura to be infected by any chaos sickness you incur. Okay, kind of love that. You know, that's kind of cool. Maybe 10 seconds is a long time. That means, okay, so let's run through it hypothetically. So you cast I don't know, chaos splinters, whatever it's called, chaos shard, whatever. That triggers the aura, and then you cast it 3 more times, and then you stack up 3 chaos sickness, and all of the enemies around you also stack up that chaos sickness. That's pretty overpowered, but you know, that's cool. Kind of like it. Is it working? Maybe. I have no idea if this works or not. It doesn't say implemented, so probably not. How about we go see if we can set up the actual chaos stuff. Or do you think we should get a build out first? Maybe before we start playing with this and like setting it up, since it'll probably take me the rest of the week, if not next week, to get all the chaos tree stuff set up correctly and working. Maybe we get a new build out now. Everyone can test what's in the game currently. Let's also go open up our testing Trello and note that we fixed an issue with, let's see, stone armor. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's it. What else? I don't know. Let's just go look at where corruption is happening. Go to breakpoint here. Maybe we didn't need a breakpoint there. Turned off until skill update goes out. Okay, let's turn it on. We also definitely need to add some new spells for this update. Like for sure. I want to add like a smite kind of spell for our mystics, so they have a damaging spell. I also think we need to reduce staff and wand attacks by like a lot more. Let's actually go back here. Okay. Base weapon damage? That's not it. Balanced weapon damage. Like staff, we're at 0.7. I think we just drop this down to like 0.5. And I kind of think we should check if it's a wand. Oh, I don't know if we can. I have no way of knowing if it's a wand or not. I might have to go add wand to this. Because wands need to do a lot less damage than staves do. Or, you know, to fix this, we set stabs to 0.5, and then we check if it's two-handed. Two-handed automatically multiplies that number by 1.5. So you get 7.5. Or 0.75, I mean. If stabs were two-handed. I do think players would be sad if they couldn't use a staff with a shield, though. But I'm really tempted to just go make all stabs two-handed. It would fix some balancing issues we have. Anyway, I do think that we should probably change our spells to do damage based on willpower instead of your weapon damage, but maybe we need both. I don't know, man. I don't know how to rebalance our spells. So the problem we're running into is just that dual wielding wands right now, specifically, attacks so fast, recovers mana so fast, does so much damage that it's like there's zero reason to cast spells. The only time you'd cast spells with wands is for utility purposes like buffs or maybe a heal here and there, or maybe like launch or conjure beast, that's a buff. You don't really, there's no point in casting damaging spells. And there almost isn't like through the whole game, you know? Like there's just, I think it takes too much mana. You have to like drink health or mana pots all the time to like keep your spells up. I think Mana Well is a really good start for Mystics to be able to heal through fights, because you kind of have to be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe wands just need to be slowed down. Maybe stabs don't even like shoot magic. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot we can do. It'd be kind of wild if we just switch stabs to like you just bonk people with them. Anyway, let's go see if our corruption is working, I guess. Is that what we're doing? What we're doing? I actually wonder if this is just like set up and working. We're resetting only the Mystic class. If you get corrupt. I think that's probably fine. It might make sense if we just reset all of them. I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't want to reset all of them, or wouldn't want to reset just the Mystic class. I always thought dual wielding wands was just a good way to regain mana. Making two-handed stats do more damage make more sense. Yeah, that's always been the point of wands. Like, I think like the pure magic build right now is just like, well, I mean dual wands is crazy, but the idea was that like wands would always just do less damage, and therefore you'd want staves. Yeah, I think we, you know what? I think we broke stuff when we switched to this for wands, because we don't have a wand skill, just staff, and then all wands are considered staves. But I think the problem is just that we ended up with staves, where wands used to be a lot lower damage than staves, because the point of a wand is to regenerate mana faster, right? You cast fast with a wand, get your mana back faster, then you're good to go. But that is like the issue here, right? Is we now balance staves and wands do the same damage at the same level. Maybe making stabs two-handed is just the way to go, because then it gives them more damage. And then if you want to do like a staff, you'll regenerate mana slower. No, because then yeah, I don't know. I think we might have to add wand as a skill on here and just go tack it on everything, and then we can fix that issue. I wonder if it's going to cause any other issues though. I bet there's a bunch of places where we check to see if it's a staff and we're not looking for wand, and therefore wands are going to be broken in a bunch of places. Not excited about fixing that issue, but it is what it is, and I will fix it if I have to. I wonder if we could just, like, where do we find this? Let's find references to this guy. Oh, okay. Calculate balanced weapon damage. It's the only place we use this, probably. Problem with this is that, yeah, I don't know. Let's find references to this one, I guess. I don't know why this keeps opening new results. Yeah, all we have is the weapon all the way through weapon damage. We don't have, which is crazy. It's crazy we don't have, like, we have skill, tags, item level, base damage. We have all this information, but we just don't, like, why didn't we just pass the actual, like, item data through that has all this stuff on it? Like, why did we build a struct for all this? We already had, like, I don't know. I don't know. This is another reason why I'm ready to just move on to another project. I feel like we've got to the point where, like, the tech debt has definitely caught up to me, and now anytime I want to, like, tweak anything or change anything or add anything, it's like a huge nightmare to do. which is why I'm kind of at the point where I think we get skill trees out and then we just don't add any more features. Let's just use the stuff we already have and build more content from it, and that's it. Which I know people have been telling me for a long time, so I need to start listening, but like, I just don't think we can do, I have to like stay away from coding for a while because I just don't think we can do it anymore. I don't think we have enough, I don't have the resources to like fix all these like issues, and I can't refactor anything anymore. Every time I like try to change something or like tweak something or add a new feature or whatever, then it ends up breaking something else or many other things. Anyway, I think this is working though. Let's see if it's working. Let's go get corrupted. I believe Jana has a corruption thing in her dialogue. Get corrupted. Let's break all links. Add link. Get corrupted. Does this all work in multiplayer? I have no idea. Let's just test in single player first, and then we'll find out. I don't hate the two-handed staff idea. I barely use my offhand with a staff anyway. Yeah, that's the same. I pretty much, sometimes I'll do, pretty much I have a shield in my offhand, but I rarely use it. What do you want? Get corrupted. I feel like I should be getting, I don't know how much corruption I'm getting. Maybe I'm getting all of it. Maybe I'm just already corrupted. Yep. I think that just immediately made me corrupted. I don't think I was actually gaining it. Okay, so these are obviously broken because we have weird, like I can unlock Reaper for some reason. I shouldn't be able to. All right, what do these do? This one, I don't know if this is even working. We'll test it in a second. What's this one? Whenever you take damage, gain Chaos Armor, a lingering effect that grants bonus willpower and resilience based on the amount of health you're missing. I like the idea of Chaos Armor, but every time you take damage, shouldn't it be when you cast a spell or maybe? Or like, I almost wonder if like Chaos should just like get crits instead. The Undead. If an enemy dies within your corrupted aura, a skeleton warrior will raise to aid you in combat. Love that. I have no idea what these two do, but they're not implemented anyway, so it doesn't matter. It says we can unlock them for some reason though. And then Reaper, Scythe attacks now, fire, projectile, and swing. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are okay. Honestly, like, I don't hate these abilities. I don't love how Chaos Armor triggers. Maybe it's okay here. I don't know. It just seems weird, like, when you take damage. Because you're not really... I guess it's armor, but you're not really a tank. You know? You're a necromancer. Maybe whenever... What if, like, whenever an undead or skeletal minion raises, you get armor? That wouldn't work super well, I guess, because you'd have to have this one before this one was useful, and that's kind of dumb. If it was like this one and then this one, like maybe undead goes here and then chaos armor is above it. Maybe like undead warlord or something would be cool, because then you're like your minions are making you stronger, like a stacking or a like damage effect. That could be crazy, because then you're like playing off of like you want more minions to raise. So the plan would be like to kill, and you know this plays so well together too. So you have like the corrupted aura, which corrupts everything around you and is doing damage over time, and then when one of them dies and a skeleton comes up, and then you're killing things faster, and then one of those ones dies, they're killing things even faster. That works super well. I love the scythe projectile skill already. Yeah, so this is funny because it's literally just like the staff projectile that was already built into when I refactor the scythes to cast spells. They're literally just stabs. That's all they are. Except when you click them, instead of doing the projectile, they do a different attack, and then they do a trace and do damage with it too, which stabs don't normally do. So all I have, like, when I went to go take that off, because I was like, oh, I don't want it shooting a spell, a thing still. I was like, oh, let's just unhook it for now, in case I wanted to add it in later. And I was like, oh, no, this is perfect, because I can just make a passive for it, and now you can shoot, like, projectiles. So yeah, it is, it might be a little overpowered, though, because the projectiles might do too much damage. We might have to go in and, like, find a way to, like, do, like, 50% damage with projectiles or something, or even, like, 80% less damage. 20% damage, something like that. But we'll see. Let's see if this even works, shall we? We can unlock it right now for some reason, so let's just see if it works. I need a scythe. Oh, frozen. Hey, what's up, Summon? Welcome in. But then synergize with Hunter class through companions? Oh, you're right. It's almost like I've been suggesting that for a year. Okay, they are working. What the hell was I just aiming at, though? They're all aiming at 0, 0, 0. That's fine. I think I know what might be causing that. They're working. They're not, like, glowy enough, though. Scythe. Called weapon new, maybe? Nope. Scythe refactor. Generic range scythe. Generic range scythe shade. Scythe. These had to be added on manually, so we need to keep that in mind. Anything we add for melee needs to be added not only on the melee weapons, but also the scythe, which kind of sucks. Can scythe do ranged attacks? Yes. Aim assist, that's the problem. Let's do... this one. Uh-oh. Okay, weapon actor. Duh. I just rebuilt that whole thing recently. Yeah, most of the damage is going to be coming from the scythe weapon hitting the enemy anyway. True. I think they're not the right color. Let's do... yeah, they're just like white. They're not getting the right color. I think it's this one. Let's put a breakpoint here and let's step through and see where the color is not getting applied. It might honestly just be like a stupid mistake where I like have the wrong color put in or something, but let's find out. All right, get color from magic skills. Let's step into chaos. Yeah, color's just white. I feel like it's supposed to have a lot more emissive strength than that. Are we not using the emissive strength? Guess not. Could have just clicked on that, found that out probably. I was thinking earlier, are you worried players won't be able to find the skill tree page? I feel like it's kind of hidden. You might be right. I'm thinking about doing a thing where if you hit J, it's still not working. If you hit J, it's not even using the color, it's just using the emissive color, so I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, maybe it wasn't finding the skill. I think that's the problem. I think we're not getting the weapon skill here. Because it did just skip out of that function. It didn't like go to the next, to the return node. Oh, it's Scythe. Okay, that's fine. That's easy. Scythe just goes there also. Anyway, so I was thinking maybe like if it pops up and shows that you have a skill point on the screen and you hit J at that point, then it'll just open up the skill tree. Or maybe when you get your first skill point, we'll just get a little tutorial pop up. Let's just do that right now. DT tutorials. Skill tree. We don't have an image yet, but we can just do a screenshot, I guess one. Tutorial text. I think we might leave these, let's see. Yeah, I think we just want to do something like this. For now. Also, maybe if you have a skill point available, we put like a little exclamation point or something on the little icon. And maybe even on your skill points. Maybe? Might do that. That's a good idea. I also don't think it'd be that hard to find. Let's just do 15 seconds, maybe. Or 10 seconds, I guess. What's the, like, open journal with, or whatever, journals? Nope, that's not it. Is there not one that just says, like, open your journal or something? I guess not. You do 15 seconds for all these. Oh, there's 10 seconds for that one. So the stacks in your inventory with dodge. I guess we should just add this, even if we don't have an image right now. Let's do it. That's good. Okay, that covers what the skill tree is. This covers the minor nodes. Now let's talk about skill. Let's talk about how to earn skill points. Earn skill points every even level. That sounds like it's it's right, but it sounds like it's a mistake. Every even level starting from level 10. So should I say every other level? Should I just say every other level? Yeah. Okay. I was thinking earlier, are you worried players won't be able to find... Oh, sorry, my bad. What do you think of having some sort of mentor for each skill, which rewards you like cosmetics for each milestone, like the farming skill questline? A mentor for each skill, which rewards you like cosmetics for each milestone. I'm not sure what you mean, like an NPC that you like talk to when you get to certain milestones on the skill tree. It would be kind of cool. In World of Warcraft, when you hit like a certain level in your class, and this maybe this isn't for all classes. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's or for your race. I think it's for your race. I don't know. You get like a little mini quest to go like see like someone important or whatever, and they give you like a set of armor to like represent the class you're playing. Like there's one for orc, which is a whole long thing, by the way. It's like a whole proving grounds kind of thing you have to do, which is neat. It's a lot of work. If it was just like one NPC you talk to and they just give you things based on like criteria you meet, then that might be fine. The problem is I have to make a whole bunch of like armor or like cosmetic things for that, and that takes a lot of time. So, and I still have to do all that for the next zone, and like I don't know. It sounds like extra work right now. It's a cool idea, and it's something that I would definitely have been into before I started burning out and just wanting to get done with the game. So yeah, it's something that would be cool. It is definitely up the alley, or up my alley, and it does fit in the confines of what the game is, I think. Let's see. Okay, that's skill points, how to get to it, how to spend it. Last one, I think let's just talk about the mastery limit. Okay, that kind of explains the mastery limit, and then we'll do one more that explains how to raise it. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, one more thing. How are we gonna do? I don't remember how we're gonna do this. How do you get amnesia potions again? I think the original idea was you'd talk to like a person and they would sell them to you for an increased price. I'm kind of the opinion now that that's unnecessary amount of work, and let's just sell them for like 10k. Like I think if you want to reset your skill trees, I think that's a reasonable price. You know, earn some money, reset it, try something new. Otherwise, just make a new character. You know. Maybe we just have a magic shop. Maybe like you get one early on or something. Um like I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool if like you hit level 10 and then sends you one. That could be kind of cool. Like you just get one in the mail. Sends like, hey, I maybe like 15 or something. Maybe hit like level 15 and then sends you one. That could be kind of cool because then you like would have a chance to have like screwed up your talents by then, you know? Okay. It might be nice if we just have like an icon on your HUD that tells you when you have a skill point to spend. Just like maybe down by like your, I don't know, maybe like over, or would it make most sense? Maybe just like at the top of the screen, so like a little like skill, like new skill points to spend or something. That could be annoying. I guess we could check to see if you're your master limit though, because eventually you're gonna have more skill points than you can spend, right? You can't spend anymore because your master limit's limited or maxed out. So that would be annoying. But we could just show like if you have a mastery. Yeah, that'd be fine. Should we do that? Let's wait on it. It's fine for now. It's very much a polish thing and very much like a quality of life thing. We don't need it right second. I think people are going to be hyped enough to spend their skill points that they'll be spending them without us reminding them. I mean, then again, I don't know. I guess I do like in WoW. I forget all the time when I have a talent point. I literally went like 3 levels without spending my points in Classic WoW, which is saying a lot. In hardcore Classic WoW, nonetheless. So maybe it is something I don't know. We'll see. Sorry. Okay, well, it is 3:30. I have to hop off anyway, so this is a good time to do so. We also need to remember to trigger that journal event. Let's do that real quick before I forget. Before I get off. Let's go open up our we have open player component. Yeah, right there. To gain experience, gain class experience. Find current skill points. Over here, we do something about skill points too. Earns a skill point. If so, save passives. Seems like a silly thing to do there, but okay. Let's grab all these. Show tip. It couldn't be that easy, right? We couldn't just have a function that just does that. Could have sworn we had something about a tutorial tip in here. How about get HUD? I don't want to go dig for this. Send tip. No, this can't be right. Update tutorial? That seems silly. That's like a stupid name. How would you call it that? What do we call it? Skill trees? Skill tree. We could do force add again, and then it pops up every single time you get a skill point. It's not a bad idea. It's gonna sit there 15 seconds, but I feel like by the time you open up your skill tree and have like decided the skill point, oh, but we also probably should not do this if your mastery limit is a certain height. I don't know. Let's just leave it off for now. Let's just have it pop up the first time, and we'll just players know the first time they have skill points. Now they'll know when to do them, and we'll just leave it up to them. We have to hold their hand too much right now. Okay, cool. You guys are the best. Oop, wrong button. Just duplicated something. I'm pretty sure I just duplicated this spawner. No, I didn't. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. And I will be back on maybe tomorrow. Maybe? I'm not sure. We're not scheduled to stream on Fridays, so I might stream, but I'm gonna say probably not. So, but I'll see you guys at least for sure on Tuesday. Maybe we'll stream some WoW tomorrow. Who knows? I've been thinking about streaming WoW more. I'll think about it. Might be a WoW stream tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you guys on Tuesday for sure, at least. So catch you later. Bye.